One of my questions for you should have been, have you ever been in love? This is a question to you.
For me?
Yes.
Hold on.
No, we're not playing the game right now.
I'm not playing the game.
You need to answer the question.
I just want...
Breadman, full of vibes with a dead man, I mean, on your station. My life is so beautiful. You know, say, it's all about Breadman.
And I say this is the original Chronic saying. You're tuned into the original Breadman. Keep it locked. Rastafari said that. Ease out.
Yeah, you don't know this is a girl, bad girl, Cecile representing for Breadman.
All who genuine Breadman, reroute them. And all who are church, we mute them. Them no smoke, them no sick, them no have pink eye, but them yeah in red. Yeah man, Breadman. We're better than everything. All Steadman.
Alright guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome back to, I can't even say welcome back to the vlog this time, because if you could see, I've changed up the office a little. It's a little bit more of a podcast setup. And that doesn't mean I'm not going to be doing vlogs. I still will be doing vlogs on this channel, but I do want to do this Breaking Bread podcast type style thing that I've always wanted to do from the fruition of this channel. If you notice, the intro to the channel does say Breaking Bread, and that's what I was thinking about. Now you see it, Breaking Bread. That's not going to be the name of the podcast. Still in the working, but you're going to be seeing some interviews on this setup and different podcast setups where we just have some discussions. So without further ado, today I have this young lady next to me. This is Khadijah, a very good friend of mine, and we're going to be shooting the breeze or having some conversations. She said she even has some games for me. I'm not sure what game she wants me to play, but without further ado, hey, how you doing, Khadijah?
Hi, how are you? Thanks for having me.
Hey, what's going on? So... You talked about games before you came here. I was wondering what games you were talking about.
Well, you know what? For me, I'm the on-the-spot person. Nothing that I have planned or anything like that. Yes, so probably
that could be good. That could be bad. I'm not sure, because on the spot that means. All right, let me just go with the flow.
Anything is possible.
What's in your mind right now? What do you want you to?
Okay,
you want us to talk first, or you want to go jump right into the game that you want to play?
All right, just break the ice. So we could do truth or drink.
Truth or drink?
Yes.
So you should have told me that before I started sipping. See, I noticed you haven't sipped from your cup, and you have me over here sipping, and you talk about truth or drink.
Look.
So I've already took, since the show started, ladies and gentlemen, I guess we could rewind if you want. I think I took about 2 sips already, so I have 2 free questions. Is that what that means?
All right.
Oh, see, she's easy. Very easy to manipulate. Okay.
All right.
I think I like you. She might be a co-host. I don't know. So.
Okay, so how old are you?
Oh, wow. I'm 46.
Oh, and you're
look, I'm about to sip it. I'm 46.
Okay.
So we're supposed to take turn. Oh, you're just gonna.
No, I'm gonna ask you your 5 questions, and then you can ask me.
Oh, you're asking me 5 questions, and I have,
yes.
and then I have my chance to ask you 5 questions.
Okay. Are you single?
At this time, yes, I am single.
Okay. Okay.
Listeners, where's she going with this? All
right. So, what's your favorite recreational activity?
Favorite recreational activity?
Come on.
Right now, what I've been doing a lot is this. My recreational activity is right now, because it varies, and right now it is in the whole producing and editing videos and stuff like that. That's what I'm doing in my free time right now. So that's my favorite recreational activity.
Okay, well, all right.
That's 3. So you got 2 more.
Yeah, what's your favorite food? Easy.
Favorite food? I'm a Jamaican, so I'm supposed to say ackee and saltfish because that's the national dish, but no, it's not. My favorite food is something I actually don't even. I'm gonna stop eating. Okay.
Chicken.
I'm trying to eat healthy now, and my favorite food is stewed peas with pigtail.
Oh.
I'm not gonna lie, but I have to put on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, and last but by no means least, what's one place on your bucket list that you have never traveled before? Of course, bucket list, and you wish to travel in the near future.
It has to be one of the countries in the motherland, Africa. But if I'm gonna choose which country I would definitely want to go to, it's Ethiopia.
Oh, nice choices. Okay.
See, I wasn't prepared for this game. It looked like she had her 5 questions on rapid fire before she even started the game. She said that she was just doing things on the spot, but I don't believe her because that seemed like you had those questions already prepared.
No, for real. Never. Just on the top of my head, I decided to ask.
Now, any question is on the table. It doesn't matter the question. Because I know your first question, I want to ask you that same question, and you know it's frowned upon to ask a young lady her age, but how old are you?
Oh my goodness, why?
See, you said any question.
Okay,
and the first question you have a problem with.
No, I don't have a problem. I'm 36 years old.
36, okay. I'm not going to go down the whole same line and ask you the same questions you asked me, so.
Exactly.
I'm not going to ask you if you're single, so I have to get a good question, a question that she missed. That's the advantage of making people go first, because then you get to do the things that they didn't do. So what question do I have for her now? The question that I have for you, Khadijah, today is, at what age did you... Why are you looking at me like that? You look like you know the question already.
I don't know. Just ask, please.
What age were you when you first got drunk?
Lord of mercy.
You know it wasn't 21, ladies.
No, it wasn't 21. I must say when I was 26, I think.
Really? After 21? I was thinking that you were...
Yeah, because the thing is, I never really used to like go out to a lot of parties and so. But I remember one night when I was knocked out drunk. And that's not a good feeling. So guys, don't get drunk. Please, don't.
26? Wow. And this was her idea with the drinking, because I don't really drink. But it looked like 26 broke you out. So that's 2 questions I gave you already, right? What is the oldest man that you've dated? Oh boy, she don't want to answer that one. Wow, I didn't think I'd catch her that quick. Or maybe she just wanted to drink. Okay.
Next question, please.
So what, I got 2 more questions for you? Okay. We're going to go on the opposite side of the spectrum now. What is the youngest man that you've ever dated?
Youngest man that I've ever dated. Oh my goodness. 28.
28? And how old were you when he was 28? Wow, this shouldn't take this long. You're supposed to answer me unless you're thinking of a lie.
I'm not thinking of a lie.
So answer me truthfully.
Right.
How old were you when he was 28?
Well, 34 or 30, something like that. I don't quite remember. But I remember them something. You're like, I don't really remember exactly, but something like that.
Okay, what number was that? How many questions actually?
That's 4.
That's 4. You're sure?
3. 3 questions.
Yes, it is.
Okay, that's 3 questions. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So I got 2 more questions for you. You see that second question that I asked you?
What second question?
I asked you it very slowly, and you had this look on your face before I finished the question, like you thought you knew what I was about to ask you.
No, I don't know. You'd have to just.
But then when I finished asking you the question, you had this look on your face like that wasn't the question I thought he was going to ask you.
Yes, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
But you see that question that you thought I was going to ask you?
Okay.
That's the question that's coming right now. How old were you when you lost your virginity?
Oh, Jesus. Why you gotta go there? All right, I'm not drink. I'm just gonna be really, really honest. Okay.
I've been drinking when I'm not even asking questions.
Yes, so 17.
17?
That's my honest answer. 17, yeah.
You sure?
Positive. Graduated from high school.
Well, after you graduate, what did you just bring up at high school? What you said? After you
because
this was your high school boyfriend?
No.
No.
I never had a high school boyfriend. I just think I had a high school boyfriend in my head, but not in real life, not physically, but.
So after you graduated from high school, you met this young man?
No, I met him in high school, but I wanted to wait.
Oh, so you guys weren't together when you had sex?
Is that a part of the question? It's just a question. You answer the question. You go. It's nothing to elaborate on.
Okay. I'm supposed to go. So I still have one more question.
One more question.
You see that? I got like 3 questions out of that. Wow. She didn't even peep that. Okay.
Oh boy.
All right. The last question, ladies and gentlemen. Can I get a drum roll, please? I don't have the sound effect for drum roll. And the last question is, Khadijah. What is your wildest sexual fantasy?
Really? Is this all about sex?
Okay, you want me to ask you something else?
No, you ask. So my wildest
See, I'm trying to get you to
fantasy.
drink because apparently this game is supposed to ask you a question that you don't want to answer, and instead of answering, you drink from the cup.
Yeah, I did. So my wildest sexual
since you're ready for answer, yes,
is to do it on the plane.
What, the Mile High Club?
Going to the bathroom.
You know,
something like that, real quick.
You heard of the Mile High Club?
I don't know. No?
The Mile High Club.
Oh, it's Mile High. Oh, no. I've never heard about that. You're now telling me. What's that?
The Mile High Club is everybody that has had sex over a mile high off the ground.
Oh, I never heard about that one.
There's already a club for this.
But anyway,
this is your wildest fantasy? You couldn't come up with something that people ain't doing?
No, I don't know nothing more. That's just a fantasy. It doesn't really mean that it's gonna happen and I really need it to happen. It's just a thought.
Okay.
A thought rather than a fantasy.
Okay.
Yeah, that's your 5 questions.
Yeah, so...
Our questions are done.
Okay.
So now we can get into our discussion.
Okay, we're getting into our discussion. So it seems like you're pretty nervous around relationship. Am I assuming right?
I wouldn't say nervous. I would just say sometimes you gotta be very careful of what you put out there in the media. Because, sometimes you say things and then a few weeks or a few months down the line, things change and they say, but wait, she never said she was with John Brown, but how is it not John Brown now? So, you got to be very mindful. You got to keep your personal business out of the media.
Okay, no, we're not talking about personal. I don't want to talk about personal. You brought up that game. That's why I made it personal.
I didn't brought up the sexual game. You did.
No, I was trying to get you to drink. So by bringing up sexual questions, that would motivate you to drink instead of answering the question. But you chose to answer the question. So, hey.
Well, yeah, I was being honest.
I didn't expect you to answer some of those questions, but I got you at least once.
Okay. All right.
But when I'm talking about relationship, your point of view from a woman's perspective in relationships versus my point of view from a man's perspective in relationships might be something that's beneficial to our viewers. And that's what I'm hinting at.
Oh, okay. All right. I think so. Yeah, because, for the opposite sex, we see things from a different angle. So, yeah. Okay,
so... Even though I'm not specifically talking about you, I am going to specifically talk about your opinion. Mm-hmm. So one of the opinions I'd like to ask you is, what do you think is one of the main turnoffs for women that guys don't realize?
Oh, wow. Funny you brought up that question, and that's a great question. So for me, the biggest turnoff is when a guy thinking that he sees you and he looks at the physical appearance and he said he likes you and all of that, but then he thinks that because of what he has, like his material thing, he's flaunting like his car or his money, that's gonna attract you. That's a big turnoff for me. That's a big turnoff. That does not get me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of personal. Do you think that there's some women out there that are turned on by that? Or?
Of course.
Oh, definitely.
Of course. A lot of women are turned on by what they see initially. Mm-hmm. And then that's why a lot of them get hurt because, they would say like in Jamaican term, oh, me and him with the boy there or whatever. A guy gives you what he can afford to. So if he give you this today and then he gives you a lump sum today and then you feel so special, then what about next week when he's on his low and he can't afford that? Then you're going to say, oh, this was not what I signed up for.
And what do you think most women do when they enter that situation where they meet a guy and they believe that, oh, yes, this are my boobs and you're going to give me everything what I want. And then all of a sudden the man come and say, yo, he give her first no, and she get a rude awakening that no, she's not getting everything she wanted. What is the reaction that you think most women have towards that?
It depends on the woman, because some girl, they don't want relationships. They just want somebody to take care of them, because that female might don't have a job, that female might come from what I call it now, less fortunate. I don't want to use the word less fortunate, not so privileged then. And she wants some quick money, to elevate herself, and then this person might try and see potential in her, but then she don't see the same, so then just turn off by this and say, you know what, I don't want this guy wasting my time. So yeah,
don't want this guy wasting my time. You see what I have a problem with that is, it seems like the only attribute that men have in the vision of women, like what you're talking about, is if him having money. So if a man broke, there's no chance of him even getting a woman if him broke.
Well, that's for some ladies out there, but that's not particularly for me, even though you said the question was not thrown out to me specifically. So for me personally, I don't, of course, money is a very big attribute and in a relationship, but that's not my main focus. I will leave you wealthy and lonely, trust me. If it not work out, I'll leave. I don't care how much money you have. Once you start disrespecting and treating me less than who I am, no, it's not gonna work.
Well, let's be realistic. Yeah, I know you said money is it's not important on your list.
I did not say that.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I said even though it is a big
attribute. Yes. It's a big attribute for a man to have. I don't want to misquote you. Okay,
what I'm trying to say is that money is not my main focus. You can have money and you don't treat me good because you have your money. You want to boss me around and tell me what to do.
Money is definitely an ingredient that has to be there.
Most often.
So is there a minimum? Is there let's say, do you think most women would get with somebody that's working? Should we start at the bottom of the barrel? No, we're not going to go all the way down there, because of course you're going to tell me no. Because you do believe.
Why do you think I'm going to tell you no?
Okay, so we're going to start off with fast food. The person works at Burger King, McDonald's, or something like that.
Wow. Funny, I was talking to my friend the other day, and he brought up the same thing. He was saying, so when you get well established, you would never date a guy who is working at a fast food restaurant. All right. I wouldn't say I would not date a guy that is working at a fast food restaurant. But what if I've known this guy before I, let's say, elevate and become what I call it now, more privileged. I don't think I would just want to go and date a guy that working in a fast food restaurant, because not from my side. Sometimes that person will be thinking that because she works more money than me, she have a better job than me. They feel what I call it now, their self-esteem is low.
Okay,
so I don't think
intimidated by you making more money.
Yes, because most
and that's what would deter you from being in a relationship with someone, because do you think that they may be intimidated by you having?
I wouldn't say I wouldn't want to be. I don't know. I can't say, because I've never found myself in that situation yet.
One of my questions for you should have been: have you ever been in love? This is a question to you. For me? Yes.
Hold on.
No, we're not playing the game right now.
I'm not playing the game.
You need to answer the question.
I just want. All right. Of course, I have been in love.
Now, being that you've been in love, so you know the feeling of being in love with someone.
Yes.
When you're in love with someone, does it really matter if he works at Burger King?
Oh no. That's what I was saying. Let's say I met this person before I start, me start get rich, then have a whole heap of money or money at my disposal.
So that should negate what you were talking about, as far as you believing that he may be intimidated by you making more money. Or you think that may still be a problem
for him,
even though you guys have history and you guys know each other before?
Yes, because men
very successful, and he's obviously not. He's not doing well because he's still working at Burger King, or maybe he just got his job at Burger King. Or we don't even know.
No, but what if he wasn't working and then he got his first job at Burger King? That's a step up, you know. But you know what? Just do not sit in your own mess. You gotta elevate. You gotta climb the ladder.
Understand me? You know, I'm a cruff.
I never said that.
I must that you mean?
I've never said that. Please do not put words in my mouth. I did not say that.
Let me ask you the opposite. Would you date a cruff?
What me I did? Well, what's a cruff? What do you describe as?
He not had no job, and I think he money every week so he can buy what he need for buy.
And he lives in my house, and I pay all the bills.
Are you a pay for weed? You a pay for grabber?
Oh, weed! Hold up! You're moving too fast. First of all,
that's
weed.
A cruff.
First of all, weed. I don't date a guy who smokes. I'm sorry, but I don't want to date a guy who smokes.
Okay, so let's say he doesn't smoke, but he drinks, because a cruff has to have some kind of bad vice.
Oh Jesus!
And I'm trying to give you the good ones because he could be a gambler where he just take your money and a gambler.
Stop.
So it's better I smoke weed than drink liquor than gamble.
No, that's the one I'm afraid of. I don't like somebody who gambles. Then when he starts losing, he starts to gamble material things. It leave from money.
I remember feel money, you know. Cause he don't have no money. First of all,
no. First of all, he ain't gonna gamble my money because I'm not gonna date you in the first place if you're a gambler. So not gonna be my money. Trust me, you know, I have to work very hard. So ladies out there, no matter how handsome he is, no matter how sexy he is or anything, please do not date a gambler. Okay?
Oh, but you could date a cruff.
Why you keep on? No.
Can you still answer me about the cruff? Would you date a cruff?
Why would I want to date a cruff?
I don't know, probably you're in love with him. You know him from high school. He was your high school sweetheart, but he just never made anything of himself after you guys left high school.
First of all, I have that rule. I'm not dating anybody from high school.
Okay.
Though that ship would have sailed a long time ago. Well,
maybe you guys liked each other but didn't have the opportunity to actually form a relationship in the past, and you see him now, but he's kind of down on his luck. You know what I'm saying? And because he's down on his luck, he may have picked up a drinking habit. So this, because I have to put him in the cruff category. So cruff have to have some kind of habit where you have to go deal with.
All right. Funny how you said that because
but down on your luck is not being a cruff. That's what I want you to understand. Being down on your luck is not. Some women might say that, but anybody could be down on your luck. Some of you women could be down on your luck.
Down on your luck is definitely different and separate and apart from down on your luck. Tomorrow, today you're down, but you're pushing. You know, any opportunity comes, you're gonna grab onto it.
And that is what a cruff lacks. A cruff is not pushing.
Exactly.
Him reach down the sun and say, you know,
stay down at the bottom of the barrel.
Yes, I'm there. And I stay.
I'm gonna look a girl who can take care of me, and she gonna help me. She gonna pay the bills. I'm gonna be the boss.
Be you.
No.
Oh, that's not gonna be you.
That's not gonna be me.
Okay.
I like men who are ambitious. Even if you are down for a minute, I will stick with you. In the meantime, I'm encouraging you, I'm motivating you, I'm gonna be strict about it. If I see you slacking up, I'm gonna tell you, whether it be, I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. It's gonna be like, listen, you need to get up, you need to start pushing, you know, because one hand can't clap. Try to clap with a one hand. Clap.
Give me on.
One hand can't clap. So yeah. So, you know, I don't know if any female out there in their right, any one of my friends that is gonna see this podcast, what is he talking about? Dating a cruff? We don't date cruff. We don't do those things. Yeah.
I'm trying to see if love's still out there, because a lot of times when you speak about relationships, both from both perspectives, the women and the men's perspective, and nowadays what I've noticed is that it's really about what is the other person bringing to the table. It's not even about love anymore. I don't even think people are even looking for love anymore. They're just looking to see who's a good compliment to where I'm at. Who can help me pay? Some of them even go straight to who can help me pay them bills. And then probably ugly. Then she probably ugly. And probably because there's men out there that say, yo, some ugly woman, but you know what, she can't help me pay them bills. And I say, you know what, I gotta just shut my eye and do it. And there's some women out there doing the same thing.
Yeah, you're really talking facts.
So is love still there anymore? Do you believe that there's people out there still falling in love, and it's not even about how much money each partner's making? It's about us being in love and building a life together. Whether if we're starting from scratch right now, or we're starting from where you there ahead of me and I'm below, but we're not even worried about that because we're building this together. Does that relationship still exist?
All right, I can't speak for anybody else, but I can definitely speak for myself. Yes, love is still out there, and it's, genuine, and we put this on the table. Me not date no cruff, number one. Yes.
Yes, we understand.
Exactly.
She not deal with the cruff.
No cruff thing around
But
here.
she will deal with a man that's down on his luck that she's in love with, I guess.
No, if I'm with him while he goes down on his luck, then I'll stick by him. But if I meet him and him down on him luck, boy, I don't know if I want to do that, because I don't know. I would have to check him out and find out what happened, why he's down on his luck, and all of that. I just don't want to just get up and say, boy, him nicey, him look like him have some potential. Let me help him. No, I want to meet him when he's there, and then to see what happens when he goes down on his luck, to see how he pulls himself up. I want to see how strong he is, how intrinsically motivated he is, and all of that.
This is the thing. Some individuals, not about just men, just human beings. Some individuals, when they're down on their luck for a reason, because they need some help. And what if you're the person, and I'm not saying financial help. Sometimes you just need some real emotional help, somebody that you feel that is in your corner for you to actually have the confidence to get yourself by your bootstraps and get back up. So because he's down on his luck, that doesn't really mean that he's, I'm not gonna say cruff, but that he's never gonna get up. No. And that doesn't mean that he has a plan to get up. Maybe you are that person to help him get up.
So that means he's not intrinsically motivated. You have to be extrinsically motivated. And I understand that not everyone has that big of a self-esteem. Some people, when they're down on their luck, they're gonna say, boy, me can't bother, me stress out, me not work for this, I'm not working for that, or all of that. But at the end of the day, one cocoa full basket. Sometimes it's really hard. I've been down on my luck a whole lot of time, and I would say a few people motivate me, but I think I've motivated myself. My kids are the ones that I think motivates me the most, because listen, when you as the adult can stand up and say, you know what, I'm good, but now I'm gonna get my hair done, my nails is not even important. But what about your kids that, they're under 18 years old and you're still responsible for them? You have to do it for them. So you can't just think for yourself only. You have to think about the kids and all of that. So as I don't know about male, I would have to ask you, but as females, we can't stay down on our luck for too long. We have to. No matter how small it is, we have clean house, go do people laundry, anything at all. Honest bread that will make you,
Now, I'm speaking from myself only. But when my daughter was born, I did feel like I went through a transition. When my daughter was born, I felt like a new man, because I realized that I had to be responsible not just for myself, but for my child also. Not every man is like that, so I'm not going to say every man is like that, but I understand more women will feel that, but there are some women that don't feel that also. Yeah. So you get what I'm saying? So when you speak about that, about that you gotta pick yourself up because you got your kids to feed, that's some women, just like how that's some men. True. You get what I'm saying? True. So with that, I'm looking at like some situations, because men have other situations. Yeah. And not a lot of men is going through the situation where they're a single parent. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's true.
Most single parents are women.
Most definitely.
Yeah. I'm not saying there's no single parent men out there, but we do understand that that's a minority. Yes,
statistics have proven that there are more single parent mom than single parent dad.
So what I bring that up for is that as a man now, there's other things that can hinder him, that could have him down on his luck, where some men may have had like a checkered past, and maybe they've done a stint in prison or whatever like that. But he could be a fully reformed person, and that stuff that he did when he was a kid, he's no longer with, but he's trying to live his good life. But because of him having that checkered past, he can't have that job that he would like.
That's
and he's
true.
forced to work in the Burger King now. You know what I'm saying? But he's a good person.
Of
And you
course.
meet this guy, and he, with the little Burger King money that he has, he tries to treat you like a lady. And he's a very good gentleman, and he's treating you like the man that you are looking for.
Yes. All the
Unfortunately,
attributes
he
of-
has a checkered past, and he works at Burger King.
Okay.
This is the type of man that I'm talking about. Would you pass him by because of that Burger King situation and the checkered past? Or would you look at the man that you see in front of you right now that is treating you very well and could possibly be the man that you fall in love with?
And get married, right?
Well,
Yeah.
that's up to you because
Yes.
you're the one that has to say yes when he proposes.
Yes.
You're going to say yes?
No, I didn't say I was going to say yes. I was just answering to the question. No, listen.
Yeah.
Your past does not define you. It's not where you start. Is where you're going and where you end. That's what I live by. And I'm not the person who likes to discriminate. Right? Because sometimes I see people out there with their things. I don't know where they get it. They got it from, right? Mm-hmm. So if he's earning a honest bread by working in the Burger King or the fast food joint, I'm not gonna bash him. You know, it's probably work out for me. I would get free burger sometime. You know.
But when the bills come down, and then
But when the bills come, because
chip in and
no, of
must
course,
say,
listen.
needing bus fare.
No, of course him have to go chip in. Because guess what? I'm gonna start like you can't afford to pay your rent. You're living over there. I'm living over here. You're paying for a furnished room there, and I'm paying for a 3-bedroom here. I have like a 1-bedroom. My room is big enough for both of us, and we're in a relationship together. Why not? You know, not initially. After a period of time to get to know you and see if this is the person I'm going to
see where you're
tolerate.
going, but go ahead.
You come together and you merge everything
Formulate
together.
a plan that you guys
exactly
could economically exist. I understand
and
what
then
you're saying.
teach him how to managing money and you know, save. Even no matter how we Jamaicans, our parents tell us, no matter how small it is, save a little. So you know, maybe this person is being at that particular position for a while, because when he get paid, him have a next 2 or 3 girl out there, him have a pinch and a squeeze, and him only leave with him bus fare, and they ain't doing anything for him. They don't do his laundry. They're not offering him food.
So I got your answer, and I believe that's an honest answer because I told you the exact background of this individual. But we do have to admit, without you knowing his background, when you first look at an individual with that setup that I've given you, he might go look like a cruff. So even though at the initial time when he tried to talk to you, even though you said, that boy, I work at Burger King, and you're going to give him the time of day to even find out if he's not a cruff?
I will give him the time of day. I think everybody deserves a fair chance, and you cannot judge a book by its cover, or you can just sometimes judge people by one conversation, but action speaks louder than words still. Because sometimes you give this guy a chance. Ladies, sound familiar? You go with this guy, and first time you go to him bring you out on a date, and him bring you this. He didn't bring you out at a quiet place for you to get to know him. Bring you out go on club. How are you gonna get to know me in a club, right?
Like we can't
have
converse
exactly. Then you go to again. You know, it's just a turn off. You drop me off. You don't even wait to see if I'm went in my house. You know, before you drive off your car. So that's a big turn off. So
let me ask you something. Have you ever been on a date where somebody done that to you?
No.
Ladies, if you go on a date and a gentleman drops you off to your house, and the minute you get out of the car, he drives off before you even get to your front door, or even if you can get inside, most likely you're not going to have a second date. He is not feeling you. Every man knows.
No, why you think he's not feeling you? Why you don't say?
Because that is so disrespectful.
Why you don't say, I'm not gonna feel you? You're not getting a second date because you're just not a gentleman.
No, we're talking about what he did. I'm talking for him to do that. I don't think there's men out there that's really that disconnected.
Some of them very slow. They don't know.
That
it's just say.
I can understand. There's going to be some men out there that chivalry. Some people say chivalry is dead.
Chivalry is not. I like to say.
So some people's
chivalry is not dead.
So some men out there is not. They might forget to open the door, hold the door for you, or stuff like that. We're gonna, but dropping you off and driving off before you even get to the door, especially in the nighttime.
You get to the door.
That's just like total disrespect. He doesn't care about you. A man that does that, he does not care about you. Ladies, if a man drives off, like the minute you close his door and he drives off, he does not care about you. I don't care. I've said it. I said it.
True.
He does not
You
care
know,
about
shake
you.
my hand. You're a man and
Wow.
you said it.
Fellas, you
Yes.
know too. There's probably
But-
there's some fellas out there that are probably thinking,
Let's drink to that.
all
you
right,
know?
go on.
Yeah.
Mind you broke my glass. All right. A joke.
But in all honesty,
Yeah.
every one of them stick a bush. Yeah, so there are certain guys that I would
You're
not
dropping my
date.
grandfather lyrics on me.
Yeah, there's definitely certain guys that I would not date.
And that is?
Not because I'm sorry, I'm not gonna date anybody who smokes. I mean, if you take a look at one draw, that's okay, but I don't like it because it becomes a habit. You're doing a box of cigarette every day and you don't want to stop. Like, you get addicted to it so much. I don't like weed, but I prefer if him take a one draw and, you know. Yeah,
So,
but
what about you? Oh, see, you just bring them on. So we find this individual now. Imano Croft. That one they have a good job. You know what I'm saying? He's handsome. He's what you're looking for. But then you go out on the first date with him, and when you finish eating, you go outside and then pull out a cigarette and start smoke. You say you're done, right? That's all?
that's a very hard question. Me not go done, but I'm gonna beg you, just don't smoke. Can you just, all right, you smoke a box of cigarette per day. Cut it down to half a box, then cut it down to 3, then cut it down to 2.
So you say you're going to fix him.
You gotta fix it, and if you can't
You
fix
see,
it,
this is the problem, ladies.
but that's a bad habit.
And you're right. I'm not saying that this is not a bad habit, but this is the problem that a lot of ladies have, and I'm going to have to say it. You can't go into a relationship with the pre-notions that you're going to fix this man.
All right, well, if you don't,
You get what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna
You're
fix you.
setting yourself up for disappointment.
If you don't want to stop smoking, it's fine. You can smoke, but
You're done
guess
with
what?
it.
I'm just gonna walk away because that's not
Make
something.
decisions for yourself. This
Yes, I'm not. I don't think. Listen, I'm not bashing anybody because of their habits, right? Because
Understandable.
I may have me miserable. Everybody know that. Everybody knows I'm miserable. Yeah,
is true. Not true.
yeah,
I never know.
bad.
That's so
But
fine.
some people will live with that. But the reason why I don't like the taste of it.
Oh, so you like to kiss.
No, me not like kiss.
So you have a taste the man smoke.
If I'm in love with you, fellas out there, no, me not like kiss. But you see, if I kiss you, oh, I'm in love.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
But I don't like it, and I hate somebody who gambles. I've been in past relationship that my partner at that time gambled, and it was not a very good thing. It's very distasteful, and he gambled so hard that, you know, even the last money that he had, he gambled, and then he had to come and borrow from me. And I said,
And you
no,
gave him money?
no.
Oh, I was about to say, you know
And
this
I
man
said,
has a
no,
gambling problem
no.
and you gave him money?
I was so upset. I said no, and then when he couldn't get it, he was so upset with me. And I said, this is not, but I'm happy for him. He's not gambling anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So would you take him back?
No, we're not friends. We don't talk.
So you're not going to
nothing.
forgive him?
For what?
It seems like you're still upset with him about
I'm
something.
not upset with him, but
Yeah.
we're just not friends. But as I said, for that aspect, for him to change and put away gambling and throw it out, and you know, he would tell people like gambling is not good, because
So
when
you believe he's like a different man now?
in terms of gambling.
Okay. In terms of gambling.
In terms
okay.
of gambling.
That was very specific. So
Yes.
There's
So
another
I
aspect
don't know
of his
about
life.
him. I don't know about his life, but in terms of gambling, I know he don't gamble anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't have that relationship or friend or anything. Yeah.
Yeah. If you guys remember the last video that I made, I did mention something about vices and how they can be very unhealthy. And one of them I did mention was gambling. Most vices are very unhealthy. But unfortunately, a lot of us do have some vice or some shape or form. It could be food. Some people eat when they're feeling like they want to feel happy. Some people gamble. Some people smoke. Some people drink.
Yeah.
It's all different things. Some people, yes, we know. Some people have sex. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, she's acting like she doesn't.
No, I don't know.
There's a whole name for nymphomaniacs. Nymphomaniacs, their vice is sex.
Okay. Well, what do you do?
What my vice is? Mm-hmm. Why do you believe I have a vice?
I'm just asking.
I don't think I have a. I'm not sure what my vice is.
Oh.
Do you have a vice?
No.
You sure?
Yes. Yeah.
So like I try to get money.
No, man. No.
Right now, my vice is knowledge. I have a good vice.
Cheers.
I have a thirst for knowledge.
Yeah. For me, I would say, no, me I follow you. Positivity. For me, helping people. I have a passion. I would say, what a word are you, philanthropist or something like
Philanthropic.
Philanthrop. Say it now.
Philanthropy. Well, see, you got
Yes.
me talking like I can't even talk right now.
Say it.
I used to be on the radio,
Philanthropist.
and this is a word that I used to always mess up on the radio. If you really
Same
check
thing?
back my old audios on 93.5,
Philanthropist. I
always
think.
used to bring on people that used to always donate to all different
Yes.
things.
So
And
let's
it's like,
break it
yes,
down for
they're
the
very-
audience who probably not disrespect nobody, but you know we have to break it down for the people who out there who really don't understand, and we respect that same. So I like to donate. I like to give back when I can.
Yeah,
Not gonna
philanthropy.
overdo it, but if
I guess that's the way you say it. It's a philanthropy.
philanthropy or
Yeah.
philanthropy.
And
Yeah.
you want to be a nice
Yes, I love to, but in certain aspects, not to everybody, not the baby mother down the street, not to the girl who decides that, oh, listen to me now, me now work $10 an hour. Because, you know, I've worked $10 an hour, right? So I'm not going to give you my money. I want to help, like, I want to do to people who, like, older people with disability who definitely have physical disability.
people who cannot help themselves.
Exactly.
So they need that help.
Yes. You understand me?
So yeah, say if you
I just used the word that since 19 now, but I don't remember the word name.
oh, which word? No. Cruff.
Incompetent or something like that.
Cruff. It's called a cruff. That's what we've been doing. This is the
Yeah.
word for the tonight. Cruff.
Cruff.
So you're not helping no cruff. You're
No,
gonna
me not
help
help no cruff. Cruff, stay. Me not help no cruff. Yeah, so, and for me, I have a passion for immigrants. Being an immigrant in the United States, it's a big thing. And I love when somebody from my culture, or I'd say my country.
Now, when you say you have a passion for immigrants, I'm sorry, I can't let you just skip
What?
over that real quick.
Why?
No, I want you to elaborate.
elaborate.
Yeah, please.
All right. So, when you experience something firsthand, you know, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you don't want people to make the same mistakes, but sometimes you have to make some people make them same mistakes. I don't want to sound like I'm contradicting myself, but at the end of the day, you feel so good in yourself when you go through something and then you say, listen, no, don't do that. This is what. So I want to actually help people, if you know, because some people can't afford the expensive lawyer, the expensive this. I want to like be, you know, most of this country was built by immigrants, right? Most of it, and still today, immigrant is play a big factor in this country, whether we believe it or not. In every,
I don't understand why anybody wouldn't believe it, because the only people that are native to here are Native Americans. So
True.
everybody are immigrants other than Native Americans.
yes.
There's more to that, but we're not
But
going
we're
to
not
get
gonna
into
get
that
into that because
this
yes,
episode.
because that's called U.S. history, and I don't know a lot about it. Okay.
Another episode we'll get into who the native people really were.
True.
But we know they weren't Europeans.
Yes.
Europeans.
So you see, you're going into it. So let's not go into it too much. But all right, for me, yes, a lot of times we do things illegally, right? But we can ask for forgiveness, right? There's something called forgiveness, right?
Yes.
So yes, and I think that you do something, you pay for your crime, or you pay for your crime, whether it be monetary or physically pay for it or something like that. So being that the United States needs a lot of skilled workers, why not screen these people, see who have skills, ask them to pay money for a waiver. You know, it's a process, and renew their permits for like a total of 2 years. After that, if you see they're paying their taxes, they're being law-abiding citizens, and then they can apply. So instead of making the process so hard for them.
Okay, so I get what you're saying. You're saying that even though people are having a legal status, what America should do is try to vet these people and see who are the people who deserve citizenship from who the people who don't deserve citizenship.
Let's say green card for now. Citizenship is
okay.
A road
Deserve to be legal residents of this
legal
country.
permanent resident. Yeah.
And what do you think that the country should do to the people that are deemed not eligible to be residents of this country? Let's say you give them a chance and they're just messing up. He's ending up in jail, or this individual is just not being a productive person. You think we should give him 3 strikes?
3 strikes, you're out. Because at the end of the day, depending on what made you be in that position in the first place, your parents warn you, listen, don't do that. You do it again. Don't do that. The next time, boom.
I'm curious why you said 3 strikes.
Because not everybody do something at one point. Sometimes they need a little motivation, just like the man who work at Burger King, right?
What if that first strike is murder?
Well,
what if that first strike is rape?
Okay, you know what? Funny how you say that, because listen to me now. You don't get second chance on those. So it all depends on what it all depends on the crime.
Okay, that 3 strikes thing, I don't think I agree with that.
Well, I don't.
But I understand you just kind of clean it up. But
I'm not saying that I want to clean it up. But the thing about it is that, as again, you went severe just now by saying murder, rape, because they're not chance. We're talking about petty. Let's use the word petty instead of
So what? 3 misdemeanors?
Yeah. Because I'm not all.
So if you make 3 misdemeanors, then you lose your right to become a resident.
I'll say that. I know a lot of people won't agree with me or hate, but that's just my opinion. 3 strikes, you're out. Because, as I said, if it's not petty.
Okay.
You understand? Like rape, gun, murder.
Yeah, that's 1 strike and you're done.
Yes, but
listen,
then man.
Public drunkenness is 10 strikes. How much?
Me never say 10 strike, man. But at some point you gotta have to put your foot down.
Because America don't want a drunkard in America, right?
No, well, we don't want to watch people drunk. Look at people drunk. But I mean, funny how you say drunk, because at the end of the day, a lot of times people get drunk and then that's where the domestic abuse starts. That's where a lot of things start, and then it links from just being drunk to something else.
Well, that I'm not gonna fully agree with, because even though I'm not a drinker, I've noticed, I've analyzed different drunks in my life, and I realize I think alcohol affects you depending on how the person you are. Because I know drunks that are like violent drunks, and then I know drunks that are comedians.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? They'll never be violent. They just tell you a joke till they're ready for sleep.
That's so true. Because I've experienced, not me personally, seen it. When I was younger, I know this guy, he used to drink a lot. And every time him get paid, he goes to the bar, he drinks, he gambles, done come home, wanted to be with his baby mommy. And I've had enough, because he always beat her up. And want to, take against her consent, sexual, and then she just made her mind up and him get out.
What do you mean? What she do?
Wipe him out,
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't think that the story was going to end like that. But.
Yeah, she did, because she was tired, and I guess it wasn't intentionally, because sometimes when you're so upset.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask that. So how exactly did she do this now?
She just won.
Oh, she stabbed him? Oh, no.
And
he was sleeping?
No.
Oh, while
he was
they were fighting
and trying to,
So that's self-defense, actually.
Yes, so she got away scotch-free. I don't know where they went. I didn't, I've never heard back from them.
I thought you was actually saying like she decided to murder this individual.
No, I don't know if she decided to.
No, but if you're engaged in an altercation,
she used to make reports. She used to report him.
She stabbed him. That's not premeditated, because he started the altercation.
Yes.
So
But back to the immigrant. I mean, a lot of people deserve a lot of chances. Sometimes people come here, and honestly to God, it may sound harsh, but some of them don't deserve it. Some of them don't deserve their nuisance to society, and we need to get rid of those nuisance.
How do you differentiate who's the nuisance and who's the? Well, you say we should. You actually said it. You said that we should vet every immigrant,
Vet them,
every illegal immigrant.
Exactly.
Some
you
people
know?
say, why should we take the time out to vet them? We should just send them all back and make them do it the right way.
No, because just as though we pay our money, you marry me and bringing me here, they still vet us, right? They still run our background checks on us, fingerprint, make sure we're good and all of that before they take us in, right?
I guess so. I'm never.
Well, I'm telling you, that's what
married.
they do. So at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to vet these people. You're giving them the opportunity to stay here. So if that's where your job. Give the person who are saying that these people are not supposed to be here. Give them work to do then. Ask them to go dig up these people past. See what they used to do in their country. What were you doing? What was your career? You know, what are you good at?
I understand what you're saying.
Because a lot of people don't want to work.
Suggestion.
A lot of Americans don't want to work. They want to sit. And I've noticed that. They want to do some very easy jobs. Security. Sit at the desk all day. Nursing homes, being security guards there, or work in the park, clean up a little bit.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to do the disclaimer. Any security guards that's listening to the program, this is her opinion. This is not the opinion of the program itself.
Well,
I don't know. Actually, I lick out against the security.
I'm not
guard.
licking out against.
Who was it? Who was it? You just threw under the bus?
Me not throw them under the bus.
You
I'm
threw
just
the
saying.
security guards under the bus, and you threw another group of people under the bus.
Like,
So you just said
those jobs are very
Mind
easy.
you,
Minimal
she ready
hours.
for
Some of them
the-
are minimal hours, like working in the. Like, I don't know the people who clean up the little playground areas or the parks or whatever. Because the reason why I say that, because someone I know tell me that's such an easy job. It doesn't require a lot, right? So
you believe like a real person with ambition would take a hard job to do?
I did not say that. I believe
I'm just asking you.
work smart and not hard.
So wait a second. See, now you're contradicting yourself.
I'm not contradicting myself. Listen.
I'm going to tell you why I believe you're contradicting yourself. I believe that's a contradiction because you just said that you believe that people shouldn't just take easy jobs because they're lazy and stuff like that. But now
did I use the word lazy?
Yeah, that was.
I
the word
did
that
not say lazy.
You said.
I did not say lazy.
You said.
Run back a clip.
Well, we're in the middle of taping. Listeners, please rewind to the part where she's talking about the immigrants coming here and that most of the people that are here are already lazy and they take the easy jobs.
I didn't say lazy.
Lazy,
well, viewers,
like the
if I
easy
said
jobs,
lazy,
like security,
easy.
and then she started.
I didn't say lazy. Easy. No,
You
the
said
reason why I
lazy,
said,
then
all right,
you said
let me tell
easy.
you. The reason
we're
why
not
I
going to go
said
into it. Just rewind.
the reason why I said easy jobs because I have a lot of people who are security, and then somebody says, "Kadisha, why you don't sign up for security? It's easy. You know, you don't have nothing much to do more than just sit down." And I'm like, okay. And the part job, people tell me, "Oh, you get such and such a hour, and you don't have nothing much to do." Okay, but I'm not.
Your problem with these easy jobs is
My problems with them, not all right. I don't have per se a problem with them, but a lot of immigrants won't do that because it's not bringing in enough money for them to live a certain type of.
I'm sure there's some immigrants that would do security jobs.
Would you do security job?
First of all, I'm not an immigrant.
You were born here?
I'm not. I was not born here, but I'm a legal resident.
Yes, you are a legal resident, but you are an immigrant.
I guess so.
You are an immigrant. So. Would you do security at this point?
To be honest with you, depending on where I'm at in my life, I will do anything. If I'm at a point in my life where, listen to me, if I'm at a point in my life right now where I realize I'm inches away from being a bum, regardless of whatever it is. Maybe my house burned down, I lost everything or whatever like that, and I see that it's a bum or start picking up bottles until I can build myself up. I will pick up my bottles and build myself back up to where I could get my house.
That's true, but would you stay there? But, all right, I'm
Of
not.
course, I'm not staying there, but
discriminating.
I realize that I have to start from somewhere to get to where I want to get to.
I'm not discriminating. Disclaimer: I'm not discriminating any security guards because they're very really nice people. You have nice security jobs out there, but I'm talking about the ones that I experience. People who I know staying there 15, 20 years and getting what? Nothing. There's no benefits. I'm talking things that I know. No benefits, nothing. You just continue to do it. You call out, you this or that. That's one of the easiest thing. And he said, okay, all right. Well, why you don't try this or that? No, that's too hard. I'm talking about people who I talk to. Yes, that's too hard. I'm not gonna do that. You can't tell some people to work in a nursing home. They're not gonna do it. You can't tell some people to do babysitting. Oh, I'm not gonna do it.
So that's what I asked you about. So maybe that person might look at what you just said. They're doing what you just said, but you don't look at it as the same thing. Your statement was you prefer to work smarter, not harder. So you don't constitute as working a security job as working smarter, not harder. You would consider that just
easy.
Oh, just easy.
Well, I mean,
you don't want to use the word lazy. I understand.
No, I'm not gonna use the word lazy.
Yeah, but you just understand the person's taking an easy job for.
Because listen, it's a starter for me. Maybe a lot of viewers are gonna disagree with me, but it's a starter. It's like a starter thing. Like just like again, non-discriminate. I would work at McDonald's or one of those companies, but I'm not going to be staying there for 20 years or...
The reason why I'm bringing that up because originally when you brought up the whole security thing, you were just saying that most immigrants are not going to take those jobs. The reason why I'm bringing that up to you is because maybe I'm thinking that you're thinking when you're talking about immigrants that you're specifically talking about Caribbean immigrants.
I didn't say that.
I understand you're not saying that, but I just want to clarify to you that a lot of immigrants do take jobs. This is one of the main complaints of citizens of America is that the immigrants are taking jobs that we want. And then when the immigrants don't want the jobs, the Americans don't want to do the jobs because they're too hard. You get what I'm saying?
They say we steal their jobs.
Yeah, they say stuff like that. But these are the jobs.
But they're not doing the jobs that we're going to do.
But these are the jobs like the janitor and stuff like that. These are those jobs that... And even security guards.
Those are classified in the jobs that they say we're stealing?
No, well, immigrants are in all aspects. They're in very, very time-consuming and very hard jobs because being a short order cook, a lot of immigrants are in the kitchen.
Yes.
A lot of immigrants do get kitchen jobs, busboy jobs, waiter jobs.
Yes.
A lot of immigrants do get into construction, which you can get hurt and different things. So I do realize that. But when they say that they're taking the jobs that
we're supposed to get.
Like when you get into we live in New York right now.
Okay.
So when you get into the states like Florida, a lot of the immigrants are pickers. Where they're
what?
Pickers, where they're on the farm and they're picking.
Oh, I don't know that. I'm not so much aware of those.
These are the jobs that most of these American citizens, they don't want that job.
But of course, someone who wants to feed their families and know that, listen, my bills have to pay, rather than sitting down and waiting on, bash it because food stamp, because I wish if I could get some. You know, they rather sit down and get everything rather than say, I'm going in the sun to do it. They're not going to do it.
No, but what about the person that's looking at that saying, okay, this guy's picking fruits and he's out there doing 12-hour shifts a day. So at the end of the week now, he might do about 60 hours. That's a week. Yeah. What I do in a week and a half.
Yeah.
I mean, and then I get the CMP. Maybe I'm even getting more paid than him as a security guard / doorman or whatever like that. Mind you, I didn't want to clarify to you, but in New York, a doorman is a union job, which gets very well paid. So I'm not sure if you know that.
No, a doorman, I know. A doorman is different from a security. Trust me.
He's almost the same.
It's not. Okay. In Manhattan, in those luxurious buildings, you have these beautiful,
so what kind of security guard are you talking? The security guard at Burger King? Even though I don't think there's security guards at Burger King.
Why you beating the fast food joints like that?
Yeah, we're going to have to stop mentioning Burger King.
We keep on saying that.
Okay. So what kind of security guard are you talking about? Security guard at...
No, this is what I'm telling you. I'm talking to you based on the experience that I've had with a few people who I know who worked at a specific building. Nothing to do but sit down and it's easy for them. They don't do anything rather than just buzz you in. Hi, blah blah blah. Okay, sign your name and that's it. They get so complacent in these jobs, they don't want to elevate. And bear in mind, one particular incident, not an incident. This man said to me, I went into the building, and I went into the building with this guy. He drove, and he said, "Is that your boyfriend?" I'm like, "No, it's my friend." And he's like, "What does he do?" I like his car. I'm like, funny, he works 2 jobs. He was like, "Oh, only Jamaicans work 2 jobs."
Well, that was a joke from before you came here.
That was?
Yeah, there's a show in Living Color that came out in the late 80s or whatever, and they had this skit about this family called, what was it? The Headleys or something, and they were Caribbean. And the whole thing about them was that they couldn't understand how American people had 1 job. So, the father had, 10 jobs, the mother had, another 10 jobs, the son had 5 jobs, the daughter had 5 jobs. So, they always made that joke. It was like...
Only Caribbean people.
Only Caribbeans have multiple jobs.
Okay.
Like this lady comes up to the family and she has a stroller and he said, "Oh, what a cute baby." And she goes, "Oh, thank you." He said, "How old is he?" He's like, "He's 1 year old." He's like, "Oh, really? How much job him have?" Oh, no jobs. He doesn't have no job. What a lazy lima bean. When they talk that, they think they're talking Jamaican, but I don't know. That's like some mixture of Trinidad and Bajan.
Yeah.
Like that. But,
okay. But I mean, not bashing.
But that was a joke. That Caribbean people always have multiple jobs.
I take offense to it because I'm Jamaican and I saw him there sitting and working few bucks, now call out too much money. At that time, they work a little bit of money.
Okay.
And he was there like, "Oh, he has a nice car," but only Jamaicans do 2 jobs, and I'm like, what are you thinking?
This is the only thing that I'm gonna disagree with you now, and I'm gonna put my own, because I was kind of playing devil's advocate by asking you different questions. But my opinion on this right now, the only thing I disagree with you is that I think it's wrong for you to class the entire group and say
class.
No, like when you say those people, they just want the easy jobs and all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So regardless, maybe this individual maybe that's just how he is. Maybe he has cruft tendencies.
You see, to go on cruft.
Hey, like I said, that is the word for today.
On it all night. Well, you're right. You're right. I really think that everybody deserves a fair chance. As we were saying, vet these people, especially skilled workers, which we definitely need right now. And there's a right and wrong way of doing things, and there are consequences to pay, whether it be financial consequences or whatever. There are programs that you can do and stuff like that.
Okay.
To improve the society. The schools, a lot of public schools need teachers now. There are a lot of teachers here.
Okay.
From teachers from different countries who would like to turn over their degrees and start, teaching in the classroom, especially in the public schools.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we're going to close the podcast for today, and this was basically one of our first podcasts. Like I said, it's a work in progress. We're not sure what the name is, but Breaking Bread is something that I really like. Maybe it's going to be Breaking Bread with Breadman. You have to say that 3 times fast. Breaking Bread with Breadman. All right. But before we leave, we're going to give our wonderful guest, Khadijah, a chance to introduce herself properly to the listeners. How can the listeners get in contact with you? Do you have any kind of Instagram link? What do you want to give them? Okay,
I'm not gonna tell these people as yet what I do for a living yet. Further on, I do that. I mean, still in, yeah.
Hopefully it's legal, because she sounds very secretive right
now. Oh
wow,
funny how you mentioned legal, because legal is good. Yes, so you can follow me on Instagram at Keddy Ambitious Brown. TikTok same way. I do Facebook, but yeah. So you can follow me on that, and follow me on right here, Breadman page, where subscribe to his channel.
So it's a Keddy Ambitious Brown. I'll put it down on the bottom.
And turn on your post notifications, so whenever he drops a video, you'll be the first to identify. All of my friends, I'm gonna tell you to like, subscribe, and share. Where he's at a minimum of how many subscribers you have?
I don't know. But the time that you're watching this video, please check and see how much.
Check, please.
This video is going to be up there for a while.
Share, And what? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell another friend that Breadman breaking bread with bread, the original Breadman. All right, yeah. So it was really, really nice sitting down and chatting with you.
Thank you for coming with us and coming and then
out of my
engaging with us
schedule.
on the show. And thank you. We had great conversation.
Thank you too.
And it was a pleasure conversing with you.
Thank you. Same
and
here.
Hopefully you can come back to the show in the future. And we could chop it up a little bit more. Play some of your games.
Yes.
Answer some questions.
No, we're taking out some of those questions because you went too far.
You told me I had to give you questions to make you drink. You're giving me easy questions that I don't have to drink. You expect me to do the same to you?
Oh boy,
I don't think so.
You're putting me in the hot seat. You put me in the hot seat.
But like I said, the drink is done, so that means the show done. Like she said, give me that like, share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell because that's the only way you're going to see our next coming videos. Until that video, peace.
Bye.
All right.
Breadman, make yourself your life is not a dead man.